Hey everyone, today on my channel we are going to be watching the Superman trailer written and directed by James Gunn. As you can see, I'm a huge Superman fan. I'm wearing my Superman and Flash t-shirt here. I've got Superman on the wall. I've been to journalism school. I've written articles. Do a lot of advocacy work. So I'm a huge Superman fan. My apologies. This video would have been out earlier, but this week was my birthday, and I had a bunch of other things I had to do, and some running around.
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
I'm loving this. Okay, first thing, they play off of each other really well. I'm picking up some Lois Lane and Clark Kent vibes from the Lois and Clark New Adventures of Superman era. Dean Cain, Terry Hatcher, the kind of moonlighting vibe that they had. Also, this sort of combative relationship, this friendly banter back and forth, 40 banter back and forth, was very present in the mid to late seasons of Smallville when Erica Durance as well as Lane joined the cast with Tom Welling as Clark Kent. They had a similar chemistry.
The Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions. That's fine?
My actions? I stopped a war.
Maybe.
So what, the government doesn't think that he was within his right to go around and try to peacekeep around the world? Is this some sort of oversight issue? Is the story going to be about how much oversight the government can have over Superman as an individual? I don't know, but if that is the case, and they're concerned about, hey, you went into this area and you did these things and you took these actions, were you representing us or were you representing yourself? I think that would be really interesting, and I hope they do that if that's the case, because that's what it's looking like.
I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
Whoa.
Did you consult with the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of the United States.
Anybody except for me.
Around the world.
Doing good.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
You tell him, Clark, whoa. Like Clark standing up against Lois in that argument of does the end justify the means? He's coming across like Kiefer Sutherland as Jack Bauer back when 24 was on. Jack Bauer had a great speech about, like, look, I see 6 people on a bus and they're in trouble and I just know that I need to help them. I think that's kind of the vibe that they're going with David Cornsweat's Superman here. He's just doing the right thing, and now people, despite him doing the right thing, want to put consequences on his actions. Even though he did the right thing, he might not have gone about it in their mind the right way. Whoa, he's in the... What was that? He falls out of the sky? Oh!
Eyes up here.
Eyes up here. Krypto! Awesome. Great speech by Paul Kent right there. Uh, more okay, I'm just gonna pause this for a second and just say, I know that there's a lot of superheroes in here. I know that this is supposed to be, I've heard Green Arrow, not Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific. I know that they're all going to be in there. I've seen the Peacemaker trailer for season 2, so I know that they're in there. I just hope that they just focus on the fact that this is a Superman movie and not a Superman and his amazing friends movie. I think they focused way too much on that, on like in other eras of DC and other Superman related movies, like Justice League and like Superman, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. I think that really showed that the WB at the time, underneath that era of leadership, there's new people in here. Now, James Gunn, thankfully he's a creative, and he's got Peter Safran, who's the business side of things. So hopefully between the two of them, they can actually put Superman back front and center.
He's not a man. He's it. Somehow become the focal point of the entire world's conversation. But will not accept that.
Cold line delivery there. I've learned everything I need to know. It seems to me that Lex just always wants to be the most powerful individual in a room. Just a great shot. I wonder if that was all CG or all practical. It's been a few days since I watched the trailer, and I had a few thoughts that I wanted to share with you about it. First of all, I think this movie's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to seeing it in theaters. Nicholas Hoult, he's a great actor, but at 35, he still looks too young to play Lex Luthor. That's the be all and end all. I think he'll do a fantastic job, but he just looks too young. James Gunn chose to bring in the anti-hero Metamorpho and chose to make Ultraman, who's not featured in the trailer, a villain. These are two real deep cuts. Metamorpho, as you can see on the screen here, I made a little diagram to explain. He can transform because he has access to the scientific elements, transform into anything. He's actually that Godzilla-looking creature, that Power Rangers-looking like monster creature. James Gunn has a track record for doing well with offbeat stuff. With Guardians of the Galaxy, we didn't think that he would be able to make audiences care about a talking raccoon and a talking tree. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.